Hi, I'm Megan Powell of the Essex Bridge Center. This video is a way for you to put together the concepts in the 5-3 major suit fit and the 4-4 major suit fit. Both activities, both techniques are intended to get our partnership to an 8-card fit that we can use as a trump suit. But they start from different places. So let's see if we can put this information together for ourselves. We're going to start our conversation in either a major suit opening or in a minor suit opening. But our goal is to get the partnership to a major suit to use as a trump suit. Now, we started our conversation originally by talking about something called the opener's priority list. And this is where the opener decides in what order to begin the bidding. Now, let's just start really from the beginning. The dealer is the first person who gets to speak in the auction. And the dealer is marked on your board while you're bidding. Now, when you look in the poker chip in the upper left-hand corner of your shark screen while we're bidding, you will see the letter D. And it means, it shows you where the dealer is. Now, if you look at the poker chip on my screen, notice that the D is in the bottom of the poker chip. And that means that whoever is sitting at the bottom of the screen is the dealer. Now, it happens to be that I'm south, but I could be east or west or north because the system always puts your hand at the bottom of the screen. So whoever is at the bottom, if the D is at the bottom, is the dealer. So on this hand, I am the dealer in south. Now I'd like you to look at my hand just as an aside here. Notice my hand on the bottom of this screen. Notice that my hand is a curve. You can display your hand as either a straight line, which is the standard and what you probably already see, or you can show it like a curved view, the way mine is. You could even show it as what we call paper layout, because it shows you the way you see hands when I show them to you on a PDF and a printout. You can choose this for yourself. You have a settings button underneath your underneath your name. It's the gear button. And you can go in there anytime you're in Shark and change the layout of your hand. That's entirely on your table area. Okay, just as an aside. I happen to like to look at my hands curved rather than straight. That's just me. So the auction starts with the dealer, whoever is marked dealer. Now, the dealer, the first person who gets to speak in the auction, is going to look for 12 to 20 high card points and is going to try and open the bidding using the first item on the opener's priority list, which is opening 1 heart or 1 spade with 12 to 20 points. Does the dealer have 12 to 20? Well, then the dealer will make an opening bid. If the dealer has fewer than 12 points, dealer will pass. And the auction will keep moving clockwise until somebody can open. So let's assume that you are the dealer and that you have 12 to 20 high card points. And we are starting at the top of the opener's priority list. You need a 5-card major suit. Any 5 or more cards. 12 to 20 high card points. So here's our first hand that we're using as an example. It says that south is the dealer right up here. And by the way, as you're looking at my screen, the way that you see the cards in south's hand is what's called paper layout, where I was talking about your settings a few minutes ago. You can view your hands in Shark in this kind of a stacked way under paper layout. That's entirely up to you. All right, so south is the dealer. South has 12 to 20 high card points. So let's walk through the opener's priority list. First thing on the list is, does South have 5 cards in a major suit? The answer is yes. Now, some people will say, but I have 17 points. Isn't that a no trump opening? Not if you have 5 cards in a major. You start from the top of the opener's priority list with 12 to 20 points, any number in that range, and 5 or more cards. in a major suit, you meet the requirements to make the first opening bid based on the top of the priority list. So South absolutely should open 1 heart. And we have not talked about opponents getting into the auction yet. So now we have an opener bidding 1 heart, 12 to 20 high card points, 5 or more hearts, any 5 hearts. Does not have to have honor or face cards in it. It is the responder's turn to bid. Now, responder, because your partner started in a major suit, your task is to try and continue bidding in the major suit. So you are looking for what's called a major suit fit. And that means you, responder, need 3 or more heart cards to go with openers 5 or more heart cards. And that would give your partnership an 8-card or longer major suit fit. If that's the case, then you and partner dominate the heart suit. The opponents won't have very many hearts at all. You want that heart suit to become your trump suit. And again, this is called the 5-3 major suit fit. The reason it's called that is because opener started with 5 or more cards in a major, and responder is offering 3 or more cards to go along with to get us to 8 or more cards. The 5-3 major suit fit begins with opener bidding 1 heart or 1 spade. Now, responder, once you know you have at least 3 heart cards, you need to begin the process of thinking about how much help in terms of points can you give opener now that you have a heart fit, okay? First thing you're going to do, responder, is add distribution. The second either of you know there is an 8-card or longer fit, you add distribution. You add 3 points for any voids, 2 points for any singletons, 1 point for any doubletons. Now, responder, you now will have a total number of responding points, high cards plus distribution. And you're going to show opener the point help in your responding hand. And you will find this information in on your purple practice sheet, your purple help sheet in the bottom of the first, or somewhere in the second column on the front page. Your responding hand either has a little bit of help, 6 to 9, and we call that minimum amount of help, and with 6 to 9 points opposite 12 to 20 in the opener, you're only going to raise a little bit to 2 hearts. Remember, opener has 12 to 20, and you don't know whether opener has 12 or whether opener has 20. But you only have 6 to 9, and so if opener has only 12, you really are not helping a lot. But you are going to raise something, just in case opener has closer to 20. Our magic number is 25 points for us to get to a heart game on the 4 level. So with 6 to 9 minimum opening points and a known heart fit already, your first responding bid will be a raise to 2 hearts. If you had 10, 11, or 12 medium responding points, then you should go to the 3 level, 1 level below game level. Think of it this way, and I will say this again in a few minutes. Think of it this way. If I'm your partner and I've opened with 12 to 20, and I'm only 12, your responding 10 to 12 is getting us much closer to 25 points already. And if I have more than 12 opening points, well, your 10 to 12 points takes us quite a bit of the way to 25 points, but you just can't be sure. So with 10 to 12 medium, or you'll hear me refer to it as invitational responding points, you have almost enough responding points to take my 12 to 25 points. So take me almost to game. Raise to the 3 level, 3 hearts. Now, we really have not talked about what happens if responder has 13 points opposite my 12. Sure, that is 25 points, but there's a whole different bidding process that we will learn, and we don't know it yet. So I promise you, I'm not going to give you a hand where responder has 13 points after opener's 1 heart or 1 spade bid. We're going to narrow our conversations to responder going to the 2 level or the 3 level. So let's go back to our hand. Opener has bid 1 heart in south, responder in north You have 3 or more heart cards, any 3 heart cards. An opener has promised you any 5 heart cards. There's our 8-card fit. Look for distribution, North. You don't have any to add, and that's okay. You have 8 total responding points. Now, in the second column of your purple help sheet, that's where you see where your responder ranges with a fit are. You are going to tell opener how much point count help you can give in your already existing major suit fit. Because opener started in a major, your job, responder, is to continue on your first responding bid, bidding in the major if you can, and showing how much point help you can give. You have 6 to 9 minimum responding points. You have minimum amount of help. You should raise one little level to 2 hearts. And that says to the opener, look, I know you have 12 to 20. I'm telling you I have the bare minimum responding amount of help, 6, 7, 8, or 9 responding points. All right. Now, the auction comes back to South. South started with 1 heart. Responder bid 2 hearts to show 3 or more heart cards and added distribution if there was any. Since responder raised just 1 level with 6 to 9 points, responder is saying, yep, I know you might only have 12 opening points. I'm telling you that as of this moment, I cannot take you all the way to game. I cannot even take you a good portion of the way to game. I'm telling you that I have a heart fit for your original opening suit, and I'm telling you I have 6 to 9 points because your opening hand might have 19 or 20 points, which would get us to 25. So I have to respond to you with 6 to 9 points, and that's what I've done. I've given you just a little bit of help. So now, I've opened 1 heart, you have responded 2 hearts. My opening hand now considers whether or not we can get to game. Now, I have memorized my responder's possible answers to my 1 heart opening. 6 to 9 would be 2 hearts, 10 to 12 would be 3 hearts. And responder has offered me the minimum 6 to 9. I, the opener, must consider whether we can get to 25. So I'm adding distribution now as the opener. And then I'm going to put together what I know. And this is where understanding the opener and responder point ranges with a fit comes into play. I now know as the opener, there's a heart fit. This is the moment I figured it out, the minute that responder also bid hearts. So therefore, my South opening hand gets to add distribution now. 1 point for the spade doubleton in South, 1 point for the diamond doubleton in South. And if I'm South, I now have 19 opening points. Responder in North raised me to 2 hearts, promising me 6 to 9 points. I have to put it together. Since I have 19 points and North has 6 to 9, even if North has only 6 opposite my 19, I know we get to 25 points for a game. I know we have a heart fit, so I'm going to go to the game, 4 hearts. Okay, let's try another one that works a lot along the same line. In this hand, South has 12 to 20 high card points and has 5 or more cards in a major suit. That's the first item on the opener's priority list. That 5 card or longer major suit does not have to have any face cards at all. So South has 5 or more spades, 12 to 20 points, opening 1 spade. North's responding hand has 3 or more spade cards. North now has 3 cards opposite South's 5 or more cards. There's our 8-card major suit fit. North's responding hand is tasked with trying to continue bidding in the major suit that it already has a known fit. North, you do not happen to have any distribution to add on this hand. So you're operating just with your high card points. You have 6 to 9 minimum responding points. You are going to raise the spade suit a minimum amount to 2 spades. Hey, opener, We've got a spade fit, but I have only a little bit of responding help for you. So then we come back to South. South, the minute that North also bid spades with you, that's the moment you knew there was a spade fit. That's when opener gets to add distribution. You get 1 point for your heart doubleton. You get 1 point for your club doubleton. And now, South, you have 16 total opening points. North has promised you 6 to 9. Can we reach 25 points? Well, maybe. If responder has the very upper end of 6 to 9, 9 points, then we could actually be at 25 points. But opener doesn't know whether responder is showing 6 points or 9 points or in between. So what opener has to do is let responder decide. Opener, you should invite in 3 spades, 1 level below game level. Here's another way to think about it. If you look at the opener point ranges on the 3rd column, anytime responder raises you the minimum amount to show 6 to 9, you, opener, can use your opener point ranges with 16 to 18 medium opening points. You need to make sure that the partnership has reached the 3 level. Because again, if responder has shown you a minimum amount of points, she could have 9 to go with your 16 to 18. You need to let responder tell you, is she 6 or is she 9? You do that by inviting, bid 1 more, 1 level below game level, 3 spades. And now we're putting this back in North's responding hand. North, your responding hand has been invited to game. It means that opener thinks that we're pretty close to 25. What she needs is a decision from your responding hand based on where you are in the 6 to 9. So the rule of thumb is this. If you have 6 or 7 responding points in the 6 to 9, well, we're not going to get to 25. You should pass responder. But if you're 8 or 9, you should go to game because opener has 16, 17, 18 points. Now, certainly you're going to go if you have 9 points. I will also tell you that even if you have 8 points, you should probably go to game. But Megan, I hear you say, what if opener had 16 points and I have 8? That's not 25. True. I would rather take the chance and bid game and hope for the best, because if we're right and we can take the 10 tricks in a game contract, we get this huge point count bonus for having bid all the way to game and making it. You have to go with, you have to go with your gut sometimes, and you have to take chances that will help you in scoring. We have to talk more about scoring as we go along, but I will tell you that if the opener invites you at 3 spades responders and you have 8 or 9, you should go to 4 spades. So North, you've got 9 points. You should absolutely accept the invitation and go to 4 spades. Okay? Now, these 2 examples were responder offering the minimum amount of help opposite opener's major suit opening, 6 to 9 points. But what if responder holds more than just 6 to 9 points? What if responder has like 10, 11, or 12? Then responder is going to have to take a bigger action. Let's walk through what that would look like. So on this hand, South is our dealer. South has 12 to 20 high card points. South does have a 5-card or longer major suit. So even though South has 16 points, this is not a no trump opening. 12 to 20 points, 5 or more cards in a major, that's number 1 on the opener's priority list. We should open 1 spade. Now, North, you're the responder. You look at your hand. You have 3 or more spade cards right now. You know there's a fit right now in spades. Your first responding bid will be in spades. You will maintain the major suit fit. You get to add any distribution you might have before you make your first response. You add 1 point for the club doubleton. Then North, you say to yourself, well, now I have 12 responding points. If you had 6, 7, 8, or 9 minimum responding points, you would raise to 2 spades. But you don't have that. You have 10, 11, or 12. Medium, or what we call invitational responding points. Now, this is in the middle of the second column of your purple sheet. Responder, you need to show more than minimum help. What you're going to do is invite with 10, 11, or 12. You should invite all the way up to the 3 level, 3 spades. I want you to think of it this way. You are offering an invitational amount of help because maybe it's true opener might only have 12 high card points. And if opener has only 12 in the 12 to 20, and you have 10, 11, or 12, well, honestly, you're helping the partnership get quite a bit closer to 25 points. And you don't know whether opener has only 12. If opener has more than 12, your 10, 11, or 12 are probably enough for us to get to 25. So you have to tell opener that. If you respond 2 spades, you are saying to the opener, I only have a little bit of help. 6, 7, 8, 9 points. If you jump on a first responding bid to the 3 level, 3 spades, you are saying I have 10, 11, or 12, almost enough to take us to 25 points. All right. Now, South, you have to know what responder's bid means. You have to memorize responder point ranges. Everybody does. So when responder takes your 1 spade opening and jumps to 3 spades as the first response, you have to know that North's responding hand is promising 10, 11, or 12 points. Now, this is the moment, South, as opener, when you know there's a fit. You didn't know there was going to be a spade fit until North also bid spades. So you, South, get to add 1 distribution point for your diamond doubleton. You have 17 opening points. North has promised you 10, 11, or 12 points. The partnership, in fact, does have 25 points, and you're the one who knows it. Get there, 4 spades. So there is our 5-3 major suit fit. Now, the other kind of way we find an 8-card fit is something called the 4-4 major suit fit. Because does opener always start in 1 heart or 1 spade? No, not always. Again, here's our opener's priority list. We just finished talking about number 1, opener bidding 1 heart or 1 spade. We're going to put opening 1 no trump on the side right now because what we're talking about is major suit bidding. And we generally get there either because opener starts in 1 heart or 1 spade, or opener starts in the minor suit, 1 club or 1 diamond. When opener bids 1 club or 1 diamond, opener is saying, I don't have 5 cards in a major suit. I don't meet the requirements to open 1 no trump, but I still have 12 to 20 high card opening points. Therefore, opener in that case will go down to number 3 on the priority list and open 1 club or 1 diamond with as few as 3 cards in the minor suit. So opener is going to start with the longest minor suit when she has to open a minor. Let's look at an example for this. On this hand, South is our dealer. South has 12 to 20 high card points, but I don't see a 5-card major. Okay. The next thing on the opener's priority list is 1 no trump. And just to make sure we complete our conversation, does South have the makings to open 1 no trump? Well, I don't think so. Yes, South has a balanced hand, 4, 4, 3, 2. That's one of the requirements. But the second requirement to open 1 no trump is that South must have 15, 16, 17 high card points. If you're missing one of those requirements, you don't have a 1 no trump opener. So we're not opening 1 no trump. And that means with 12 to 20 high card points, South is going to move down to number 3 on the opener's priority list and will open the longest minor suit to get the auction started for the partnership. So South opens 1 club on this hand. Now North, when your partner opens a minor suit, your job at that moment then is to attempt to take the auction and move it back to a major suit. We are always trying to either maintain or switch to a major suit. We want to find an 8-card major suit fit. Now, responder, in order to do that after partner opens a minor, you need to have at least 4 cards in a major suit. Why do you need 4 cards? Well, do you remember when opener bids, let's say 1 diamond, a minor suit? Opener is telling you, responder, she does not have a 5-card major suit to open. But she absolutely could have a 4-card major. So therefore, you, responder, need to have at least 4 cards in a major suit to begin the swing back to a major suit conversation. So responder needs to have at least 4 cards in a major suit. Responder also needs at least 6 high card points. That's what a responder needs to say anything in a suit auction. Now, you're not adding distribution. There is no guarantee that your partnership will have a major suit fit. And right now, responder, you don't know if you do. You only add distribution when you know for sure there's an 8-card fit. So responders operating on high card points only. So with at least 4 cards in a new major and at least 6 high card points, responder is going to change the auction over to a major suit on the 1 level, no jumping. And you are hoping the opener has 4 cards in the same major suit. So let's talk about what that looks like. Well, our opener in South has already bid 1 club, the longest minor suit in her hand. North, your responding hand begins to look for a major suit possibility. You need at least 6 high card points. You need at least 4 cards in a major. You have 14 high card points and you have 4 heart cards. You do not jump, responders, when you change to a new major suit. You always change to that new major on the 1 level. Again, you do not know for sure you will find a major suit fit by doing this. So North, with your 4 heart cards, you should make a first response in 1 heart. Now, let's say that opener bids 1 club and responder changes the auction to 1 heart. Opener, your job now is to see if you have 4 cards with responder's new major suit. If you do have 4 cards in responder's new major suit, you have there's an 8-card fit now in that major. Opener, you're going to add distribution before you make your second bid as opener. This second bid as opener is called an opener's rebid. Okay? You are going to show responder that not only do you have a fit with her new major, but you're going to show her now where in your 12 to 20 opening range you are. We break the 12 to 20 point range down into 3 segments. And this is in the 3rd column on your purple sheet, probably near the bottom of the 3rd column. You started with 12 to 20. You are still the opener. Even though it is responder who named a major, you are still the opener. You're still operating with 12 to 20 points. Your job now is to tell responder, yes, I have a fit with your major, and in my 12 to 20, here are where my points are. Since you cannot really give her a specific number, you're giving her a range. If you have 12, 13, 14, 15 opening points in that whole 12 to 20 range, you're at the bottom of the 12 to 20. So that makes you a minimum opening hand. You can help responder a minimum amount, and that's where you would raise to the 2 level. If you have in the middle of 12 to 20, 16, 17, 18, that makes you a medium or invitational opening bidder. And when you have a medium amount of help, you need to do better than just raise to the 2 level. You need to go to the 3 level, the invitational level, 1 level below game, and go to the 3 level. If you have 19 or 20 opening points, you know that responder had to have 6 points to change to a new major. Your 19 or 20 already gets you to 25, and you have a fit. You get to go to 4 hearts. So let's take a look again at this hand. We started with South opening 1 club, the longest minor suit. North's responding hand has at least 6 high card points and at least 4 cards in a major suit. So South, we come back to you. You have 4 cards in the heart suit. Now, I know you like your spades better, South. I don't care. You're not going to show them. The minute you know there's an 8-card major suit, boom, that's the trump suit. It's like glue. You're not going anywhere else. I want you to think of it this way. Your hearts in South are not so hot, right? If North has 4 heart cards, they probably have to be better than your 4 heart cards. You should not fret about the fact that your hearts in South are not so pretty. You have an 8-card heart fit. You have a trump suit. Those 4 lovely spade cards are going to win tricks anyway outside of your 8-card trump suit. They're extra special help, but don't show them. You stick with the known 8-card fit in hearts. So now, oh, I'm sorry, my screen says spade fit, and you know that's not right, right? We have a heart fit, heart fit, heart fit, heart fit. Sorry about that. Even though my words say there's a spade fit, you know that's wrong. There's a heart fit. So now, South, because you know there's a heart fit, you add 1 distribution point for your diamond doubleton. Your opening hand is up to 14 total opening points. Now, in the 12 to 20 range, that's the bottom. That's near the bottom. When you look at the 3 segments in your 3rd column of your purple sheet, 12 to 15 is a minimum opening amount of help. South, you know that North's responding hand has 6 or more high card points. That's what she was supposed to have to change the auction to 1 heart. But you don't know how many high card points North actually has. She could have 6. She could have a whole lot more. Your job is to show the heart fit now, but to show that heart fit in the right range for your opening hand. You are still the opening bidder. You're going to help North's new major suit by showing where you are in the 12 to 20 opening range. Since you are 12 to 15 minimum opening points, you can only offer a little bit of help for responder's new major suit. So you should raise a minimum amount to the 2 level, 2 hearts. Now we go back to North. You've got to put this all this information together, North, because you also had to memorize openers' point ranges. So South's opening hand is showing you a heart fit for the major suit you mentioned and is showing you 12 to 15 opening points. North, this is the minute you know there's a heart fit. You get to add distribution for your diamond doubleton, 1 point. North, you have 15 responding points. South has just promised you 12 to 15 opening points when she bid 2 hearts. If you do the math, you know you're at 25 points and you have a heart fit. So get to 4 hearts. All right. So this is the 4-4 major suit fit. The 5-3 major suit fit starts when opener begins with a major suit and 5 or more cards. But the 4-4 fit usually happens because opener starts in a minor suit, responder shifts the auction to a major suit, and the partnership finds 4 cards in one hand, 4 cards in the other hand to go together in a major suit. They have an 8-card fit, 4-4. Okay? Let's look at another one here. This is our last one. South. We start with 12 to 20 high card points, but I don't see a 4-card major, South. I also do not see a 1-no trump opener. Yes, you have a balanced hand, not 15, 16, 17 points. Okay? You're going to open your longest minor suit, 1 diamond. North, you're the responder. You should begin looking for a major suit fit. You want to shift over to a major suit. Now, to do that, you need 6 or more high card points, and you need 4 or more cards in a major suit. Well, North, your responding hand has 8 high card points, and you happen to have 2 4-card majors. How does North decide which major suit to bid? It is not based on which major suit has better cards. It's not. Now, on this hand, the heart suit happens to be better than the spade suit in North's hand. Great, but that's not the criteria. North is going to bid hearts, but it's because if you look at a bidding ladder and you move your eyes upward from South's 1 diamond opening, the first major suit rung that you hit on the ladder is hearts. We are bidding up the line or up the bidding ladder because we want to find a major suit fit, but we don't know if opener is going to have a major suit for you, and if she does, it could be the heart suit. You don't want to miss a potential fit. So we're going to basically climb our way up the ladder. We're not going to jump. We're just going to shift to a new major suit, 6 or more high card points, 4 or more cards. And because we have 2 4-card majors, we are going to claw our way up the ladder rung by rung, and North is going to respond 1 heart, hoping South has 4 heart cards as well. Now, right now, that is what's going to happen. We are not yet talking about what happens if there is no heart fit. We'll have to spend time on that in the future. So South, yay, you have 4 heart cards. Doesn't matter whether you like them or not. There are 4 cards in your heart suit opening South. You say, do I have any distribution? Yes, you add 1 distribution point for the club doubleton. Then you say to yourself, where am I in the 12 to 20 opening point range? Because that's still your point range. You started as the opener with 12 to 20. You add 1 distribution point. You have 14 opening points. In the 12 to 20 range, you're near the bottom. You are a 12 to 15 minimum opening bidder. You should show the heart raise with a minimum raise in partner's heart suit. 2 hearts. If you had 16 to 18 points, you would jump to 3 hearts to show the medium or invitational 16 to 18 opening points. If you had 19 or 20 opening points, you would jump to 4 hearts because your 19 points and responders 6 or more points would mean you had 25 right now. But you only have 12 to 15 points. So you raise a minimum amount to 2 hearts. And now the auction goes back to North's responding hand. North, this is the moment you know there's a heart fit. You get to add 1 distribution point for your diamond doubleton. North, you're all the way up to 9 total responding points. You memorized all the ranges, and you know, therefore, that South is only promising 12 to 15 when she raised you, boop, 1 little level to 2 hearts. Well, if you have 9 points and South has 12 to 15, can you get to 25 points for game? And the answer is no, not even if South has 15 points in the 12 to 15. There is no way to get to 25 points between you. Therefore, there is no reason to bid higher. You don't want to push the auction higher than you have the point counts to cover. Because every time you bid up the bidding ladder to a new level, it requires you to take 1 more trick to be successful. You have to have the points to back that up. So do not bid higher. If you cannot get to 25 points, there's no reason to even bid like up to 3 hearts. Don't force the auction higher without the points to cover it. So These examples, I hope, help give you some insight into the differences between a 5-3 major suit fit, where opener starts with one heart or one spade, and the 4-4 major suit fit, when opener starts usually in one club or one diamond. They're both intended to get to a major suit fit, 8 or more cards to turn into a trump suit. All right. So take a look at your examples and send me an email if you have any questions. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.